Hi, this is Maritza from Maritza Concepcion Intuitive Consultants. I am a psychic life coach. The following is a video from my live show from an anonymous caller. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Hi, my name is Labria, and I'm calling from South Carolina.
Okay, and what is your question?
I'm pretty much just wondering about my love life
Okay.
and if the person who I am currently dealing with will be the person who I will.
If it's a long-term situation, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want a commitment now?
Well, technically, we were engaged 2016, and due to infidelity, another child came in the picture.
Oh goodness, that's
and I don't know if it's his or not because he don't really want to talk to me about it. So honestly, that's the only thing that's stopping me from moving forward.
well, honestly, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Unless of course, you can live with that elephant in the room, if you will. And I'm going to tap into that, okay, and see. More or less is up to you whether you want to keep this. If you were in Massachusetts, you would have already been. I guess it's a commonwealth, common
Yeah.
married. However,
Yeah.
you are in South Carolina, so I think I'm sure they do things differently over there. So, with that being said, I think to be honest with you, what I pick up so far is the fact that you have you have been there through thick and thin, and you almost kind of feel like, well, what do I get out of it? Does that make sense? Not only the
Yeah.
man that you love and what have you, but what do you get out of it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I, you know, you want to know where it's going to go in this upcoming year, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's his initials?
JR.
You know, I think you're gonna hang in there. And he's gonna hang in there with you, okay? Because it's almost like you started in a chapter that was, yeah, okay, then it went really well, then it was back to not so good. There's a missing link there
Yeah.
in your relationship. Your question was, are we gonna stay together next year? I say yes. However, that's a huge thing for you to deal with. Does that make sense? It's always going to be in the
Yeah.
back of your mind if you don't So, with that being said, you have a little bit more to go. Just give me a second. I think you have if you can get past this 6 months, you'll be okay. However, I do see some changes that have to happen before you can move forward. Okay? Those being the fact that I think you love him, but I think you're not in love with him anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong.
All right.
Okay. So that's a big one there. Okay? I think the reasons why you're hanging on there are noble, but they don't work. Does that make sense? But I do see you guys hanging in there for purposes of, you know, financial, you help each other and things like that and support and what have you. But intimacy has gone. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes there. So, with that being said, a little further than just one question, but I almost kind of feel like you have to hear this. It's almost to this point where you have to make a decision. Is this person going to be my mate or my roommate? Okay? And right now, it seems like it's roommate. I think communication was broken at one point. Intimacy
Yeah.
was broken at one point. Things are just kind of cutting itself. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah.
not to make any excuses for his infidelity or what have you, but it's one of these things of I'm missing something, and someone's offering it to them, and so they go outside of the marriage or the living arrangements, if you will.
Yeah.
I think you guys will hang in there, but I think a conversation has to be had as to what type of relationship it's going to be, because it's not the same. But you have a child with him, no?
I do.
Okay, and that makes it complicated as well. I know that you want to keep your family together. Um, there has to have a you have to have a conversation with yourself first. See what you want from it. See what it is that you need to fix for yourself, and see what kind of arrangement you guys can live with. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. At the end of the day, it's up to you how your environment is going to look like in the next 6 months. Okay? But I do see you guys wanting to be part of your child's life, which is good because children need their parents. Does that make sense? So just because you're not getting along with him and things like that doesn't mean your child has to do without. Okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'll be right back with the next caller. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in a private consultation, you can contact me on any social media links in the description box.